train stations and tickets. That's what's in this episode. What do you mean I don't have a valid ticket? Oh, right. Offhand. How's that? All aboard. Hey! How's it going? And welcome back to MyRail. Yep, it's been a little while since I was last on here because I have been really distracted by the fact here. That is a great pack, worth a play, but I have actually got a really cool idea which I thought you would love to see for a new subway station which has a ticket gate system. So if you're new here, and that sounds like something you're interested in, take a look around, and if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. However, let's get started. So we're over here in the slightly blown up, I'm assuming, town that's across from the haunted house and the 500 roller coaster over there. Because currently there is no line that gets you over to there. And I was thinking the Waterview line runs just along here. So we could add another secondary line, maybe about here, which, because the Waterview line's there, have another line here which takes you off that way and then joins you up over there, so that you can go over and have a look at those attractions. But of course, having a free system is rather cool, but having a system where we could make money is even better. So if we head down here, which you've probably seen me go through a few times, but we've never stopped at. If we head that way, I believe it is, it goes off the Charcoal Hill, and if we go this way, it goes off the Tree Farm Island and Spawn area and all those various stations. But what I was thinking is we could put another line in along here, move this wall back a bit, and then set up another line to go out that way, and then have the second layer, so just up here. This layer here could actually be a nice big area for people to come, wait for a train to arrive, and then use their ticket to scan through the door and be able to get into there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean all this out, and maybe put down some of the track for that, and I think I'll come back in a moment once I've done that, because really, that's not why you're here. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so a quick status update on where I am. This is the original line. This is the Waterview line that goes, of course, through here. And this is the original part of the station, although I have added some more light sources in and made it slightly larger. You can see on this side, though, it's a lot larger. And I'm allowing for a couple platforms to come down in the middle here, and one on this side, because this here will be the rail that takes us over to the haunted house. And you can see I've run it all the way along here. And about here is where the island ends with the town on it. You can see the dripping water as an indication of that. And we're going to head out that way towards the house and the other roller coaster. But I'll do that at a later stage. For now though, probably what's going to happen is I'm going to have to clear at the top level as well, and make these gate areas come in with the stairs so you can get up and down onto each platform, because if you're coming in, you would of course be coming in this way, you'd hop off this side or hop back on this side, so you need to be able to get on here. On this side here, you might be hopping off from here if you're coming in from one of the stations that's down there. You'd hop off here, or you can hop off to hop on to go back that way. Now, one thing I do have to work out what I'm going to do about is how I'm going to prevent people from just hopping off here and jumping onto this line, because the idea is I want them to go probably up to the second level here above us, and then grab a ticket to jump onto this line. I think I might just have two areas and maybe a thing in the middle. Actually, I think I might have actually made it the perfect size, because these guys are free. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So there'd be enough to have a thing in the middle. That'd be cool. And then that'll let people get on and off and pay for tickets. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to clear out the top level here and get the stairs in so that people can get up and down, and then I'll come back and we can start doing some cool magic. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so we're back on the water view line here, and you can see that I have added a wall in here which goes between the two lines. I don't know whether it looks better as a wall or whether we should have some more glass enclosure type thing in there. I'm thinking a wall keeps it nice and separate, and it looks more like a real train station than having a glass thing there. Let me know though what you think. But you can see that I've also added in another stairwell here, or access way here, along with the one that was already there. And I've pretty much mirrored this whole setup along here as well. So this line here has the same thing, looks pretty much the same. You've got your line, you've got your two stairwells. And also cleared out up here. So you can see that you can stand over here, and if you're a real train enthusiast, you can watch the trains as they come in and out of either side. Obviously that's a bad example. Not quite sure what to do here. But you can see that the trains if they were coming in and out and it was a busy station, which at the moment it's not, but it is a passenger station, so there might be trains coming regularly, and also the freight trains that go through as well. But you can see that I've also added these two in, right? So each one of these, there's now 4 platforms. There's one there, one here, one there, and one over there. And what we probably want to do is set up some form of ticketing system. Now what I'm thinking is to obviously use OpenComputers. If we take out, let's say, this piece here, we can throw in a screen, because there's a really cool thing you can do with screens. To do with detecting if players are there. So we can place a screen there. And I'm also thinking we're going to use a transposer. So let's throw a cable in there with a transposer on it, and a cable in here with a transposer on it. And the idea being that I want to be able to detect when a player walks onto here, we'll be able to read what's in the inventory, and then open or close a set of doors that will be here. Now for doors, I was thinking we could use the MTR ones, which if we place these so they open properly. So you can see here we have the doors, and the example being, can I get this to work if I place a redstone signal there? So the doors open when they get a redstone signal, and they'll close again when they don't. So if we were to maybe dig out here, let's add in a redstone IO there. And then we need to grab something to run under there. So we need to be able to put it probably there, right? Let's just take these out for now. So that power will go into there. We're going to run something from there, under there, and then hopefully, if I've done this the way I think I've done it, that's an odd position for a lever. Put it there maybe. That was also weird. Maybe here. Cool, so that's activated that, and the door's open. Perfect, that's what we want. So, that's the pretty basic idea of where we're going with this. What I'm also going to do is probably add a screen up here for debugging. And we're going to head down here and connect some cables up. Now you'll see down here, I've hollowed out the underground tunneling area here, and this is just connecting up to the main line there, just so we can get power in from the power station. It is connected to the network, but I don't know if we need that. And you'll see that I have multiple lanes, or multiple colours of cable going around here. One is red, another one's blue, which goes over to that one over the distance, the platform over the far side. There will be another one here, and of course, another one here, because we've got 4 platforms, so we're going to need to have 4 different controls. And I was thinking, because we've got 4 different things, let's use one of the racks, which we've got here. And we're just going to stick that there and probably configure it up so that you can see we've got the 4 racks or 4 servers, and each of the different sides has its own colour. Now we're also going to need a server, which I've got here, and you can see I've pre-configured it. We've got an EEPROM, a graphics card, central processing unit, some memory, a hard drive which I've already installed OpenOS on and written some code for, and a network card. We won't need the network card initially, but we will probably later on. We're going to install that into here. Probably just in the top slot for now. And you'll see it opens up 2 little lines. Now, what I've actually done to label these is each one of these colours represents one side. So if we go back into here, we want to go to the left side when we're setting up. So we're going to put both of these pointing at the red one there, which will mean that it'll talk to anything that's connected to this red cable. And we're going to turn, actually we need to finish connecting this up. So what I'm going to do to make the red cable is you just need to run it up here. So by default, of course, it's this grey colour, and we can change it to red by just dyeing it. So we go into here, we can dye it like that, and now it becomes red, which means it won't touch anything that's a different colour, but it will still touch a grey one. So if we put a grey one there, it'll then connect to the green, the blue, which we don't want. But we need to run this probably along here, and I'm just going to, for debugging purposes, we're going to make this red the whole way, so you can follow. Okay, that's the red line, this is all red stuff. We can also probably colour this guy, that guy, and that guy. Don't think you can colour those guys, no. So now, of course, we can instantly see, okay, this is the red terminal, it's connected up to the red machine down below. Speaking of that machine, let's just quickly turn it on. Turn it on. And if we've done that correctly, this screen should turn on. Oh, I didn't connect the keyboard. Let's do that again. Because it will default to the screen with the keyboard first. So if you place the keyboard into something, then it'll automatically go to that one. So we're going to have our 3 monitors, and you'll see now, because it's got a keyboard, it's the one that's set up. And we need to use something else. So if we quickly go into here, I've written a quick, very basic program. It's very basic program. It just takes any event and spits out the information, so we can test to make sure this is set up properly. So we go signal test, and you can see the first thing it does is pick up, press the key. But if we were to move backwards, you can see that it fires an event of walk, because we're walking on one of these screens. Now it also returns other information such as which screen we've walked into, the component ID, and the side we're walking into, and who it is, which of course will be very helpful if we want to do other things with it. But really all we want to do right at the moment is fire, to fire an event so that whoever's standing here gets checked. So what I've done is I've set up another program called, what did I call it? Called Ticket Reader. And what this program does, pretty easy to set up, and I'll have this up on the GitHub page, which you can find a link down in the description. All you gotta do is configure a door side, slot the set. So the door side is the redstone signal, and in our case, we're just gonna make it to all. I don't really care if it goes up, down, whatever, but if you wanted to say only do it on one side, then you could. The ticket and slot field here is which slot in the player's inventory should we be checking. So in the case of the right hand or the offhand for the player. That's slot 5. I have some whitelisting here, so you can be a magical user. I've turned it off by just putting another username in there. The idea that being that you don't have to have it. If you are this user, we will open the door for you. We've got here the item we're looking for in the offhand, and what the item should be called. So in this case, we're looking for a piece of paper with the name of Waterview. So we'll quickly jump out of here and go ticket reader. We walk off here, and we walk back. We walk off there and walk back. It will generate a noise because we don't have a ticket in our offhand. So it doesn't matter how much we try and get through, because these transposers are reading our inventory and saying, hey, you're not holding the appropriate item. Then we'll grab ourselves a anvil. And a piece of paper. And we'll stick the anvil down just over here for now. So, first thing we'll do is put a piece of paper in our offhand. Now, of course, we walk over here. We have it in there. Still doesn't work though. But if we were to label the piece of paper, water view. Now if we change that piece of paper and put that one in its place, hopefully it'll detect it, doors open. How's that? And you can see that then the doors will then close. So we now have a very basic way of checking for a valid ticket in someone's inventory. Now as I said, I'll put this code up on GitHub so anybody can access it. I do have to put the same system in. I'm just going to put these back. Actually, can we place that? No, I can't place that there. So we're going to have a little bit of exposed redstone, unfortunately. Or I suppose we could just put those there. It's not great, but it will work. We probably need to put something in here. So let's put a pressure plate. Basic pressure plate, so that when someone's coming out of the station, we need to be able to trigger that they're there. So if we do that, no. Okay, so yeah, we're going to have to do another piece of redstone, obviously. Probably just read off there, and maybe the one next to it as well. And now that in there. We jump up to here. It automatically opens because we're leaving. Obviously, as we walk past, we've got a valid ticket, but that's fine. Now, the one thing, of course, that we do have a problem with is you can see all this stuff. I would like to hide these guys or do something else, but we can do something really cool here. We can use carpet. Place a piece of carpet down on top, on there and there, and we could actually make this a nice little pathway all the way along here, along here, and now if we walk into here, and it'll still detect that we've actually got a ticket in our hand and let us pass. Isn't that cool? So the next thing I need to do, of course, is do the same thing on each of these platforms. So that people who come in, if they've got a valid ticket, they can go past. I can also remove this here. We could replace it with something else, just so they can't see it, or we can leave it there for debugging. But it does give us the ability to open the gates if someone has a valid ticket. Okay, so now we have a way of ensuring people have a ticket to get into each of the platforms. In the next episode, I think we're going to expand on this a little bit more, but I've run out of time for this one. So if you enjoyed this episode, leave a comment down below. If you're interested in the source code, don't forget to check that description. But otherwise, have a great day, and